Hey everyone, Ron from Taylor Racing, and it's time for a new video. So, as you see, I'm in the garage at home. So I'm not working today. Weird, I know to say, but I'm actually not working today. So that gave me time to tinker in the garage a little bit. And as you see, I have the V2 that I picked up that doesn't run, has no wheels, it's missing a lot of parts. And yeah, this is gonna be the Daytona build. Yeah, so a bike that doesn't run, bone stock, is missing a bunch of parts, and mileage unknown. Oh well, looks like a Taylor Racing challenge. That's the way we do it here. So yeah, this is what we're gonna go with. But in the meantime, I thought, I'm not gonna be running Daytona until next year. The forks have to come off and get revalved. I got a bunch of stuff that has to get done and rebuilt and yada, yada, yada. So I was thinking, in the meantime, since I've got some parts kicking around, because if you guys remember, the 1199, 1299, 899, 959, and the V2, a lot of those parts are interchangeable. Mind you, not the swing arm and the rear wheel, obviously, but a lot of the parts, now they're not direct bolt-on pieces, but a lot of them you can mix and match, right? And since I've had 899s, 959s, 1199s, 1299s, and now a few V2s, I've got some parts, right? So what I was thinking of doing is maybe, oh, and we tore down that V4S too. So we've got some kind of cool parts that we could transition onto here, right? So I'm thinking, now I want you guys' opinion on this because this is gonna depend on you because I'm gonna build it for you guys and well, a little bit for me maybe, right? But you know, mainly for you guys. What I was thinking to do in the meantime is maybe put some really super cool parts on that I have kicking around that, you know, they will not be legal for Daytona 200, but for track days and messing around down here and doing some fun stuff in Texas and Atlanta and wherever, Arizona, I thought we could build a pretty cool V2 in the meantime, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm thinking of doing, now obviously I need wheels. I don't have any stock V2 wheels. I don't even have any cast wheels off of some old 1199s. What I do have is a bunch of forged wheels from the V4. So I'm thinking, throw some forged V4 wheels on here, which will fit. We'll put the spacer upgrades so that we can put the 330s on instead of the 320 rotors, right? I've got an RCS, and I think I've got a couple other Brembos kicking around. So we'll upgrade the master cylinders. And of course, my homeboy Sean doing a deal. I was thinking of putting a set of FGR forks on it. What do you think, FGRT forks? Yeah, just for now, you know, just so we can roll around while we get these ones revalved and stuff, right? You know, yeah, that's kind of my plan. And then I was gonna take the Super Gucci shock off the 1199 because it is a full-on race shock that's just getting bummed around on the street here, and the linkage and stuff. So I'm thinking if I took the 1199 Desmo Veloce rear shock and linkage off, put it on this bike, put this one on the street bike, because the 1199, we're in Texas, in Midland, Texas, man. It's straight, it's boring. I love it, but there's no, like, unless I have to go down to Big Bend, which is like 3-4 hours away to go riding. I think what we should do is put that Super Gucci shock on this bike with the FGRT forks, some 330 rotors with some impressive Brembo Masters and some forged wheels. And then maybe instead of using these calipers, since we're gonna do an ABS delete and everything, I was thinking of putting the 2021 V4S Brembo calipers on the front too. Just why not, right? So I'm thinking calipers, rotors, brakes, suspension, and then of course I do have DB holders, front fairing stay and subframe ordered, but I don't know what's going on with those guys lately. Like, we had a bunch of stuff ordered for the CSBK series, and they disappointed. I'm sorry to say that we ordered 3 front fairing stays with the air intakes and a subframe, and so far they've, you know, 3 months later, they've delivered 3 front fairing stays, no air intakes, no subframe. And then I ordered parts for this bike that I wanted black, obviously, and they put it silver, but still no ETA on when they're gonna be shipped or anything. So I don't know what's going on with them lately, but come on, guys. Let's you know, I understand it's race season and all that kind of jazz, but really? So anyways, I digress. So we'll put a subframe, front fairing stay, all the suspension and brake goodies on it, and then of course we're gonna need an exhaust and a tune. So I'm thinking, I don't know, what do you guys think for an exhaust? We've got a couple different ones on the race bikes up in Canada right now. We just did some dynos, some dyno pulls and some tuning on that thing. We're gonna put a Woolwich tune in this, of course. Man, I don't know what kind of exhaust to go with. Obviously, I want an undertail, right? I don't like the underbelly ones. I'm gonna get an undertail. We're gonna need some body work as well. So hopefully the DB holders, bike class guys, can get their ducks in a row, pun intended, and we can get a really good set of body work from those guys. If not, then we'll use the Pro Fiber sets that we have from CSBK, because we got like 4 or 5 sets of those for that program. So maybe we'll just throw one on here and go from there. But yeah. And then, yeah, what do you guys think? What do you guys think so far on doing this? I wouldn't mind trying to maybe get an upgraded radiator to keep the bike cool, because it gets hot down here in Texas, right? So that's kind of another thing I want to do, maybe, possibly, but they're, we're talking big bucks, right? And then, because I'm going to set this bike up for Daytona, I'm thinking I'm going to, I've already kind of been in touch with Trevor Daly, out in Western or Eastern Canada. I think I'm gonna do the One Speed Inc. Quick fill fuel tank stuff. So we'll probably do that to this tank. And even though it's just for track days and bumming around and having fun, it'll be a full-time fixture on this motorcycle for even when we do swap the bike, well, especially for when we do Daytona, but when we swap the bike back, put the calipers and these forks back on it and get the proper wheels for Daytona, we are good to go. So that's kind of my thought on this bike. Obviously, yes, we will try and get it running. Obviously, right? I'm going to talk to some of the boys at Tebow. Hopefully we can get maybe a BS battery, some quick change, lighter gearing, stuff like that for this bike. So Bernie, talking to you, buddy. We'll get some stuff here for this bike. And, all the other miscellaneous stuff, oils, filters, all that kind of stuff. We drained the oil out of this. It was black, man. It was gross. There's no filings, no shavings, no nothing in there. So that was a glimmer of hope. But it was very, very, very dark and sludgy. So might have to put some in there once we get it running, let it run for a bit, and then drop it 2 or 3 times. So anyways, that's it. That's the gist of this bike and what we're gonna be doing. So anyways, like, share, subscribe. Comment below. Let me know what you guys want to see us do with this bike. If that's a good idea, or if we should just part it out, or if we just get rid of it, or I don't know. You guys tell me, right? This is mainly for you guys, because we're gonna have some fun here. So like, share, subscribe, comment below. Cheers, everyone.